Welcome everybody to a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video today. And this week sees the release of the dramatic musical comedy Blinded by the Light hitting store shelves, along with the family adventure Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Season 3 of The Handmaid's Tale comes out, and Shell Select is releasing a Blu-ray of the Abbott and Costello The Complete Universal Pictures Collection, plus much more. So let's go see the deals, exclusives, and we're at our first location, Walmart. So let's go in and see what they got. Alright everybody, we are in at Walmart here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Dora and the Lost City of Gold for $19.96, the DVD for $17.96 right here, and I got a chance to watch this on Amazon Prime. Now, yes, I did miss it in the theaters, but truth be told, I really wasn't planning on seeing it in the movies. Yeah, it just was something that I was like, it's not for me. So I was just gonna pass on seeing it on the big screen. But, Dora the Explorer, my God, man, huge franchise, toys, and, I believe sort of like comic books for kids and, animated movies, and I think there's like little kid video games as well, and there's just a whole like mess of merchandise for Dora. It's hugely popular, and I figured at some point they were going to do some sort of live action movie eventually. I mean, it was kind of bound to happen. If this franchise is so big, then eventually they're just gonna try to go for a live action movie and get more of an audience. And watching the movie, it's fun. I mean, it is a very fun movie. The character of Dora is very likable. She's incredibly like yay team, let's go, let's do this, we can do anything kind of personality, and a very chipper person. Nothing ever really gets her down, to be honest with you. It's a fun adventure movie for kids, is what I'll really say. It really is. It has sort of a young kid, sort of Indiana Jones vibe to it, with sort of the temples and the gold and being on this adventure with these other sort of teenagers. It has that vibe to it. I thought it was fun. I thought it had its really great moments. There were some moments where I was kind of cringing a little bit, and I'm like, oh God, this is really not good or funny. But then I realized, it's not for me, man. It's not for me. It's for kids. And I would say maybe even young teens. But even at young teens, I think you're starting to sort of spread your wings a little bit and maybe go towards maybe stuff a little bit more darker and not as lighthearted. I think for certain kids up to maybe 12, 13, maybe this would probably go good. Up until then, you're going to enjoy Dora, you're going to enjoy this stuff, but after that, I think you kind of head towards the Indiana Jones stuff. You head toward more of the adventure stuff, want to delve into that a little bit more. But overall, though, I thought it was pretty fun. I thought it was a pretty fascinating little movie. I had never seen anything of Dora before, so this was my first sort of delving into the Dora world. Don't know if I'll delve back into it, but for what it is, this is a fun one, though, guys. It is, and this is definitely for kids, and I think kids would definitely enjoy it quite a bit. It's not for me, but I did have a fun time regardless, so. Then over here I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Blinded by the Light for $19.96 and the DVD digital for $17.96. Now, Nick and I did a movie review on Blinded by the Light. You can catch it on the movie review playlist. I'll also put a link down below in the description if you want to hear our full and complete thoughts on the movie. And, I was looking forward to this one. I saw the trailers and I was like, this looks really fun. And there's been so many sort of musical type of movies that have been coming out in the past few years, man, whether it's Yesterday or A Star is Born, Bohemian Rhapsody, and a bunch of other ones. It seems like they're really coming back in a big bad way. And I'm a fan of Bruce Springsteen, so I was like, okay, this is one I definitely want to watch. And I had a lot of fun watching this movie. This is a really lighthearted, comedic movie that has a really great message about being yourself and about not being intimidated by anybody, and sort of finding your purpose in life and who you truly are. And it's a really great movie that has a lot of heartfelt messages to it. The comedy is really great here. The characters are extremely likable and well-rounded. The music by Springsteen is fantastic here. Very inspirational movie. Has a lot of really great moments to it. You know, it has those really great moments of self-discovery, but also really great moments where the characters just listen to the music and enjoy the lyrics, and really just dive into what Bruce Springsteen is really saying. And I think it's one of the better ones to come out this year. I really do. I was really surprised by it. I mean, I was hoping it was going to be really good, but I honestly really didn't know, guys. But honestly, I had a lot of fun with this one, and it was a real treat to watch. Seeing the characters just having fun with this music and having fun with this world of Bruce Springsteen, it made me want to listen to more Bruce Springsteen. And it's just a really great, I think overall, just a really great feel-good movie. It's a feel-good movie. You're going to leave the theater feeling really great about yourself, really feeling great about, you know, even though there's dark things in the world that would put you down, this movie is one of those ones that makes you feel like, you know, you can overcome those things. And it's not impossible to do that, you know, you can pick yourself up. If this character definitely did, then you can as well. There's a lot of really great messages here. And like I said, I felt fantastic after watching this. It just puts a really great smile on your face, guys. I really love Blinded by the Light quite a bit. And I think you guys would too. Definitely give it a chance, guys. Not half bad at all. Well, you got that one, and you got Dora right here. Not too bad, but I don't see anything else over in this section. Some of the same old stuff. But we'll keep on looking, guys. Let's see what else they got. All right, everybody, we're in this sort of area here, and I found a few worth talking about over here. And the first thing I can see over here is they have the Blu-ray DVD of The Divine Fury for $14.96. The DVD for $12.96 right here. The best exorcism film in at least a decade. That's a pretty tall order, actually. I gotta admit, I like the cover quite a bit, though. The cover looks great with sort of the guy with the red eyes and whatever sort of weird-looking creature with sort of multiple arms. Looks really cool, actually. One of the best and most satisfying films of the year. After losing his father at a young age in a terrible accident, his Christian faith and himself as an dog. Okay, interesting exorcism film. You know, honestly, guys, not gonna lie, I've seen a lot of really crappy exorcism movies. I mean, some really bad ones, so I've kind of been turned off by exorcism films. I think the last good one I saw, if I had to say, was probably The Last Exorcism, was really the last good one I really enjoyed. But this might be a really good one, though. Whoa, look at that. Look at that weird-looking fucking demon creature, whatever the fuck that is. Look at that. Whoa. I gotta admit, though, that this looks like a really interesting foreign exorcism movie. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of really good foreign horror films out there. I mean, even something like Train to Busan, which was a foreign sort of zombie film, that ended up being really fantastic. So I'm not against foreign horror films if they can do them really well. The cover looks really cool, the synopsis looks really interesting, and the imagery looks really cool. I definitely would have to check this out at some point. I like exorcism movies, but it's been a while since I've definitely been impressed by them. Let me know what you guys think of The Divine Fury. Good, bad? One of the best exorcism films in at least a decade? Definitely let me know, guys. Looks interesting. Then over here I'm seeing they have season 1 and 2 of Cobra Kai. They finally have it here for $19.96. And, you know, go back to last week. I said a lot of stuff about Cobra Kai last week, but I'll say it again, guys. This show is so worth checking out, man. It really honestly is. I was pleasantly surprised by this. I thought it was so wonderful. And what really is cool about this is you have sort of this one side, which is sort of the white belt of like Daniel LaRusso, and the other side, which is sort of Johnny Lawrence, the Cobra Kai side. Very cool, man. I really like this edition quite a bit. And, you know, it's interesting because there's so many sort of revivals coming out now. And, you know, some of them I'm interested in and others I'm not. And a lot of them I think are just cash grabs, and I was worried this was going to be one of those, but honestly, guys, I was so pleasantly surprised by this one, and I thought this was not even a cash grab. It felt like a really natural progression to the story and the characters, and man, I just had a ball with this. It's fun, it's action-packed, it's dramatic, it's everything I was hoping for and more. I definitely enjoy this. Get up on this one, guys, for sure. I think you guys would really love this one quite a bit. Then over here I'm seeing they have the complete first season of the Kaminski Method for $14.96 with Michael Douglas and Alan Arkin. Getting old is not for the faint of heart. Very nice. The sun isn't getting... is setting... Morality something. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I had never actually heard of this show. That's really interesting. It's got two really great actors in it. I've never heard of this show at all. It seems like a really good, interesting premise. These old guys having to sort of live in this youthful LA area and, you know, trying to navigate things like, you know, online dating and aging of male body parts that maybe not work anymore. Oh god, that's interesting. This looks really cool, man. I kind of like these type of shows, getting older and the comedy of it and everything. I'm surprised I've never heard of this one before. Wow, looks really cool, man. If you guys have heard of the Kaminski Method, definitely let me know. This looks fun. This really does, man. Sort of dramatic, heartfelt, but fun. Huh. Yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think of this. Is it worth watching? That's really cool. The Kaminski Method. Oh, that's interesting. Definitely got to check that one out. Then over here I'm also seeing they have the DVD of Catch-22 for $19.96. Now, I did hear of this one. I might have saw a trailer for it a long while back. It looked interesting, but I kind of forgot about it, actually. Follows the adventures and misadventures of a U.S. air squadron in Italy during World War II. Oh, it looks like there's some, like, would be some really cool dramatic moments here. Some comedy laced in as well. Some really great cast here, man. George Clooney. Huh. This is interesting. I kind of semi-remember this, but it's been so long that I kind of actually also forgot about it, too. I like the cover, and like I said, the cast looks really cool. I've never read the novel, so this would be all new to me, but... Huh. Looks interesting. Another one I'll definitely have to catch at some point. Looks like a fun sort of World War II. Is this sort of a mini-series or a show? It doesn't really say, actually. Huh. Definitely let me know what you guys think of Catch-22. Is it good? Bad? Let me know. Well, looks interesting. Well, that seems to do it for Walmart, guys. Not a bad selection this week. Certainly kind of a slower week compared to other ones, but not bad overall. Some interesting stuff this week. All right, let's head out. It's not a bad release week here, guys. It's actually, I mean, it's a lot slower than what we normally have been having, especially the past couple weeks. A little bit slower of a physical media week, but there's still a lot of interesting stuff coming out. Newer releases, some interesting indie stuff. Some of those TV shows, which I didn't even know were being released this week, some of those stuff was really interesting as well. Some surprises here, but definitely slower than we've seen before. But they are also actually having, guys, a Christmas seasonal sort of shelving stuff here, which are not quite done with yet, so hopefully they'll be done with that next week by the time I do the next week's video, so hopefully I can show that off as well. But not bad here. Could be a little bit better, but it's just one of those slow weeks where we're just going to see not a lot of physical media this week, but there will be a decent amount of stuff wherever we go. But no exclusives this week, no displays, but this is kind of not the week for that, guys. maybe next week. But not bad here. Could be a little bit better, but overall, hey, it is what it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Let's head to the second location and see what we can find. All right, everybody, we are at our second location, Target. And, you know, as I said earlier, this is a slower release week. We only have a couple of main releases. I mean, we did see still some decent stuff over at Walmart, you know, some interesting surprises, some, you know, variety that we may not see other places. But compared to the past few weeks, it has been a little bit slower right now. But what does that mean for Target? Well, I think it means that we're not going to see a lot of stuff. This is not going to be the week for exclusives because there's just not anything out this week that really demands exclusives. I'm still hoping we see good variety this week, but I'm preparing you guys that we might not see a lot of stuff here. You guys kind of know that Target is a little bit of a gamble from time to time, but this week seems that it's going to be a little bit slower. But I've always been surprised sometimes from Target. You never know quite what you're going to get. This week may be a surprise. Who knows? I'm always up for some really good physical media, and hopefully Target has it. Let's go in. Find out. All right, everybody, we are in a Target here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray digital of Blinded by the Light for $22.99, the DVD digital for $15.99, and it's kind of crazy that this thing is actually a true story. Like, everything that happened to this guy when he was a kid, a complete true story of dealing with his Pakistani family and the idea of listening to Bruce Springsteen and how it really inspired him. All of it honestly true, and it's kind of crazy that it's such a true story, but it's interesting because the director of this is Jarinder Chadha, and God, I hope I'm not butchering that name, but she's actually a really great director. She directed Bend It Like Beckham, which is a really great soccer movie, but it's also a really great story about you know, this foreign Pakistani girl and how she's trying to be accepted by people and, you know, find her place in the world. And this movie is much in the same way as Bend It Like Beckham. I mean, a different subject matter in a lot of ways, but it's the same kind of story. And the director is actually a huge fan of Bruce Springsteen as well. She really felt inspired by Bruce Springsteen lyrics. She felt like it really spoke to her. And, you know, so this movie is definitely a passion project for her. It's a passion project. It's something that she has wanted to do for quite a while. So it felt like everybody who was really interested in doing this movie, they felt the passion of this project and they wanted to bring it to the big screen. And you can definitely feel it in this movie for sure, guys. You really can. And the only problem that she basically had was that which actual, like, Bruce Springsteen songs were actually going to be in the movie. Because the problem with a lot of these sort of songs is that they cost a lot of money. This wasn't a big budget movie, so these songs cost a lot of money to put on to a budget. And thankfully, she's met Bruce Springsteen a lot of times. Bruce Springsteen really loves her work. In fact, I think Bruce Springsteen's wife is a huge fan of Bend It Like Beckham. So she sort of had an in with him. And once he read the script and once he really knew what the story was, he was on board in a big bad way. So anything that they wanted, he definitely ended up giving it to them. So, you know, Bruce Springsteen was as much of a part of this film as anybody else was, because he was the one that, you know, definitely gave them the music, and he was the one that definitely inspired them to make this movie and the experiences that he's had with these people. So it's as much of a Bruce Springsteen movie as it is just about this kid and about what he goes through and what he's inspired by. It's an amazing story, man. It really honestly is. And it's really great just behind the scenes stuff of just like Bruce Springsteen and what he had to go through. It's really interesting, guys. It really honestly is. I would highly recommend this one. I would. It's definitely one of those feel-good movies where you're definitely going to finish the movie and just feel good about life in general. Honestly, it is a really good one, guys. Other than that, that does it for this section. There's actually nothing new over here, but we'll keep on looking, guys. Let's see what else they got. Alright guys, we're over in this section over here, and they do have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Dora and the Lost City of Gold for $19.99, the DVD for $17.99, and I'm kind of curious because, with Dora, actually, I was looking at this sort of animation that they did, and, I guess live action sort of fit it really well. I can see them doing a live action movie of Dora and it working, but I'm kind of curious, what are some other sort of Nickelodeon shows, past and present, that you would be interested in them doing a live action one? Because I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, well, there's Rugrats, but I don't know, would I want to see a live action Rugrats? I don't know, man. Like, I guess that would just kind of be really bizarre to me. I mean, I've seen talking kids movies, but I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't translate so well to live action. I was thinking of Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold's good. I like Hey Arnold. Would that translate really well to live action? I don't know. That's kind of a tough one. Like, I think Dora really fit the live action sort of movie realm the best out of all of them. I was thinking of other ones that were already live action that I would love to see a movie. I was thinking of like Hey Dude. That would have been a cool one. Salute Your Shorts. I would have loved that. Was also thinking The Adventures of Pete and Pete, which I love. The Adventures of Pete and Pete. I would have loved to have seen a movie of that. But, it's kind of interesting that Dora was the one that got it. I think out of all of that one, whether we're talking Rugrats or Hey Arnold or some of the other stuff, I feel like Dora was probably the one that was bound to get it more than anything else because, I mean, you know how popular Dora is? Dora is so goddamn popular, they were bound to do it anyways. I mean, they did do a SpongeBob live action movie. I mean, it was kind of half animation, half live action, because it was kind of be weird to see a sort of real life sponge with legs. I think that would kind of freak a lot of people out. I know it would freak me out. This one seemed like the best fit out of them all. And even in the movie, they do have an ode to actually the animated stuff where, like, they're, like, high and they sort of are sort of tripping a little bit and they imagine themselves as sort of animated characters. So there is sort of an ode to the animated show anyways. But I guess, now that I'm thinking about it, there's not many that would have fit the actual live action model from animation to live action. Dora was really the only one. If you guys can think of more, definitely let me know. I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's fun, definitely for kids, but it has its moments. So I would definitely recommend it if you have kids, especially if they love Dora, because if they love Dora, they're just gonna eat this shit up, man. They honestly are. Definitely worth it for the kids, though. Other than that, that does it for this section over here. Let's see if they got anything else. Alright, and we are over here with some of the new TV releases as well, and I'm seeing here they have the DVD of Catch-22 for $22.99. Now, this is actually from director and executive producer George Clooney, and, I like George Clooney. I like George Clooney as an actor. As a director, he's kind of hit and miss. I mean, he did Monuments Men, which actually I quite like. I think it's not a bad war movie at all, about sort of, them getting back the paintings and the artwork. I kind of like that one. He did Suburbicon, which, God, I really didn't like Suburbicon that much. He did a Good Night, Good Luck, which is actually really good. Actually, the one that I think deserves a lot more love is Confessions of a Dangerous Mind with Sam Rockwell, which is really great, man. That's a really great movie, and that definitely deserves to be seen more. Also, he directed The Ides of March with Ryan Gosling, which is not a bad sort of political thriller either. He's not a bad director. I think I like him more as an actor than I do as a director, but he does really interesting projects regardless, and this is definitely one of them. It looks interesting to me. Like I said, I like war stuff. I'm always fascinated by that sort of time period, and if you could do it well, then why not? And I actually did look it up. This is actually a mini-series. I was kind of curious if it was a show or a mini-series. It was definitely a mini-series, but I'm kind of curious what you guys think about George Clooney. Is he better in front of the camera or behind the camera? I'm more of a in front of the camera fan instead of behind the camera. But, you know, regardless of how you like him or not, he does interesting stuff, man. Interesting. Catch-22. Then over here I'm seeing they have The Handmaid's Tale Season 3 for $22.99. And, you know, interestingly, I've never seen a single episode of The Handmaid's Tale. Not Season 1, 2, or even this one. I think it's on Amazon Prime, if I'm not mistaken. So I definitely have it available to me. I just haven't actually gotten a chance to watch it. And I know it's based on sort of the novel, but I haven't even read that either. But I know people who watch this and who really do enjoy it quite a bit. They tell me it's riveting television, the acting, the story is dynamic. But it's kind of interesting because I did hear a lot of people say Season 3 is the weakest of them all. Like, they definitely feel like they definitely need to go in different directions in Season 4, that it felt kind of stale in Season 3. And I kind of feel like that's the same for a lot of like TV shows. I find like the third season I find starts to, I don't want to say get stale, but it starts to maybe wane a little bit, and they need to do something interesting and dynamic to sort of keep people more invested and interested. I wonder if that's where Handmaid's Tale is going. But a lot of people tell me to still check it out, to still say it's really great and worth checking out. I wonder what you guys think. Are you like all for the show, or do you think it's sort of went downhill a little bit? Season 3 is the worst, or do you think it's still a really great show worth investing into? Definitely let me know. Like I said, I've heard a lot of great things, but I have also heard that Season 3 is not as good as it could have been. So, you know, wherever they go, hopefully they'll do something really interesting. Definitely let me know what you guys think of The Handmaid's Tale Season 3. Then over here I am seeing they also have, they have the Kaminski Method, the DVD, for $14.99. And I was sort of thinking about this for a second, because you have two really great actors here who've done a lot of really amazing work. You have Alan Arkin, who, you know, a lot of the recent stuff I've really liked him in. Like, he was in that movie, The Tough Guys, which was actually a really good one. He was in, he was in Argo, and what was that other one? Oh yeah, Little Miss Sunshine. He was in that one as well. And he's a really great actor. And Michael Douglas is still going strong. He did those couple of Ant-Man movies and that Liberace film, which he was really good as Liberace. But I kind of find this really interesting because when actors get older, especially when they get to a certain sort of age, I feel like Hollywood kind of, I don't know if they sort of like turn their back on them, but they sort of hand them these roles of the old man that, you know, is no longer relevant, and sort of the comedy behind it. And I find that all the time. I see it with sort of older female actresses and older male actors. For some reason, they sort of get these people think I'm too old and I'm out of shape, and the comedy behind that. They tend to get these type of roles, which is kind of weird. I think when you become a certain age in Hollywood, they just kind of are like, oh, these are the roles that we're giving you now. That's sort of the vibe I get, which is kind of weird because these actors are so good. They could do anything. I mean, really. I mean, I'm not saying they could be in an action movie anymore, but I think they could do a lot more work than being sort of the old generic guys. But that being said, though, if you're going to get these roles, you might as well like make the most out of it. And it seems like they kind of are. It kind of, you know what this show kind of has a little bit of a feel to? At least sort of the synopsis and everything. And I don't even know if, because I've never seen the show, is Grace and Frankie. It kind of reminds me of two old people trying to navigate their life together, and it kind of has that feel to it. I don't know. That's just sort of my thought, though. It kind of has that vibe. Definitely let me know what you think. And what do you think about actors getting older and getting these sort of we're too old and we're grumpy old people trying to figure out the youth of society kind of thing. It's weird. I've seen so many of that, man. It's a genre really into itself, really, if you look into it. It's kind of crazy. But these are two great actors, so even if they get this material, they'll definitely rise above it for sure. Definitely let me know what you think of that. Other than that, that does it over here, guys, for this section. Not too bad. Let's see if there's anything else. Alright, everybody, we're over in this section of Target, and it's interesting because this first row here all has movies that have some movie cash for Midway, which is really interesting. This shelf is sort of almost like the promotional shelf. We've seen sort of certain, like, promotional movies for, like, movie cash, and this is the next one for Midway, guys. They have the Blu-ray digital of First Blood for $7.50. They have the Hurt Locker for $5. Hamburger Hill for $7.50. Hacksaw Ridge for $5. They have the 4-count HD Blu-ray and digital 40th anniversary of Apocalypse Now, the final cut for $24.99, and Air America for $7.50. Really interesting selection of titles, and I was looking because Air America, that's one I haven't seen in God knows how long, man. It's been so long since I've seen this movie, dude. I remember really enjoying it, though. I remember it being really a great sort of, like, war, like, action comedy. Really great sort of chemistry between Mel Gibson and Robert Downey Jr. here. And I remember some of the cool action stuff in here. Sort of really great old school movie with these actors, dude. I haven't seen in a long time, man. God, what a blast from the past, dude. Wow. That is awesome. And it's kind of interesting because Mel Gibson was sort of the really sort of action, sort of mega star. Robert Downey Jr., you know, he was a star, but not as big as Mel. And it's interesting, sort of the tables have really turned now. But what was really interesting is I think they definitely kept a good working relationship sort of years after this movie, because I remember when Robert Downey Jr. sort of got out of jail and nobody would hire him, and Mel Gibson was a producer, I think, on that movie, The Singing Detective, and he sort of gave Robert Downey Jr., you know, a little bit of help and a job, and sort of ended up helping him out a little bit, and which was cool because, I mean, it was good to help a friend out, but it's kind of interesting now how big Robert Downey Jr. is, and not so much on the Mel Gibson side, how the tables have turned. But God, I remember really liking Air America. It's been a long time, though. God, I definitely have to revisit that. And this Apocalypse Now 40th anniversary set for $24.99, that is a mega price, man. That's a great deal for this, dude. I mean, I already have the other edition, which I'm fine to own, but this 6-disc set, man, for $24.99 here, that's a great goddamn deal. I mean, it's a great movie regardless. I love this fucking movie. It's a classic. One of Francis Ford Coppola's best movies of all time, in my opinion. And if you guys don't have it for $24.99, that's a hell of a deal, man. Definitely get on that one. Hacksaw Ridge. You know, I saw Hacksaw Ridge once, and it was okay. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. I like the story here, the true life tale. Mel Gibson does a great job directing this movie. It's really well acted. I really do like it. It's not a movie that I would revisit all the time, though, but it's one that's really, really great. Very, very hard hitting. I really like this one quite a bit. I really do. Like I said, it's not my favorite, but I think it's really powerful, though, and it's at least worth watching at least once. Very, very well done, man. Really well done. And also, man, Hamburger Hill. God, I was thinking about this Hamburger Hill. Man, this is another one, just like with Air America. I haven't seen this one in, like, ages, man, but really great. Like, Don Cheadle is in here, a really young Don Cheadle, Dylan McDermott. It's a really great sort of war movie, you know, within sort of the Vietnam War. And man, it is really hard hitting. It's actually one of these sort of Vietnam movies that I think doesn't get a lot of love. There's a lot of really great like Vietnam War movies like Born on the 4th of July and even something like Apocalypse Now that get a lot of love, but Hamburger Hill really doesn't. And I was thinking like Hamburger Hill and that Michael J. Fox movie, Casualties of War, I think it's called. Those are two that are really great that don't get a lot of love. They really should, man. Really well worth it, man. For $7.50, that's a great goddamn price, man. A really great Vietnam War movie, definitely worth rediscovering, guys. Then they also have The Hurt Locker, which, by the way, The Hurt Locker is great. I really love this movie quite a bit, man. I mean, this was the movie that definitely launched Jeremy Renner's career, like as a sort of a superstar, and it's so well done, man. Such a great war movie, and directed by Catherine Bigelow, who is such a really fantastic director. She directed one of my favorite vampire movies of all time, Near Dark. She is great, and I really love like her other sort of gritty movies like Zero Dark 30, like really gritty stuff. She's a really interesting director that doesn't do the same thing twice. She likes to do a lot of different type of subject matter. Her Locker is really great. And of course First Blood, which we see quite a bit on sale all the time, man. Stallone, man. First Blood, it's classic. Rambo, what can I tell you? I like I said, I've said quite a bit about First Blood, but it really is true. It's a goddamn classic, and I think it's such a different movie than the other Rambo films. It's such a more of a drama than like an action film. It's a much more different vibe. It's kind of weird where the sort of Rambo series went, but it's definitely a much more different film. But it's one that's well worth it. It's still a gritty sort of take on sort of a war vet coming back and having to deal with the realities of life again, but so worth it, man. And Stallone does awesome job in this, man. He really is. He was such a dramatic actor, and such a really great dramatic actor as well. He doesn't do much of these type of movies anymore, but he really should, man. Really fantastic. Really great selection. I don't know if this comes with movie cash or not. It doesn't actually say that it does, so I'm assuming it doesn't, but still, for $24.99, that's a great price, man. But the rest have the movie cash for Midway if you guys are interested. Interesting war movies for sure, guys. Not bad. And not bad selection this week. Better than I thought. Alright, let's head out. What really honestly was not as bad as I thought it was going to be here, guys. They actually have a lot more selection, and we actually saw one or two things that we didn't see over at Walmart. On top of that, there's those cool like war movies that have that Midway cash in there as well. Surprise, surprise, more than I thought. And they're also actually building a holiday display for some of the holiday movies as well. So hopefully I will show that off next week as well. They're like, all these places are now doing holiday displays. So it's like, hopefully I get to show off some of that cool stuff as well next week. But like, it is a madhouse in here, guys. There is like so many like employees putting up so much boxes and everything. In fact, there's like the boxes like right over there, man. There's like somebody really coming with huge carts. People are ripping boxes open, putting toys up and everything. Like, people are getting ready for Black Friday in a big bad way, guys. They are like really setting up for Black Friday. Even the third-party vendor over at Walmart, he was like, the back room is nuts. Like, you know, it's definitely sort of a madhouse right now getting ready for Black Friday for sure. And I'm sure we'll see some of the setup stuff next week. But, you know, the madhouse is definitely starting, guys. But in the meantime, though, not bad physical media this week. Not bad at all. I was definitely surprised for sure. All right, well, not bad here over at Target. Let's head to the third location and see what we'll find. All right, everybody, we are at our third and final location, the Beast Best Buy. But before we go in, I want to talk about a movie trailer that I didn't talk about last week, and that is Scoob, the new Scooby-Doo animated movie coming next year. And I am super excited about this one, guys, because I am an old school Scooby-Doo fan. I can't say that I've seen everything Scooby-Doo because I honestly haven't. But I really do love Scooby-Doo. I love those characters. I love Shaggy. I love Velma. I love the whole gang. And I love all of their really great adventures that they've went on. And this trailer seems really great to me. It's part origin story, part sort of first adventure that they have. It's cute with them as kids, then going on their first like major mystery that they have. I think it looks really cool. I honestly do, guys. I mean, you know, I always feel like there's certain great old school animated stuff that I loved as a kid that really should get more love now for kids nowadays, and I feel Scooby-Doo is one of them. I always felt Scooby-Doo was really great for any generation, and truth be told, I haven't really delved into all of the things that are going on with animated shows these days for kids. I don't know if Scooby-Doo is on a new animated show on any network. I really don't know. I don't know if kids really even know much about Scooby-Doo anymore. I just know that it's a really great show from back in the day, and I've always felt like maybe we need to bring some of these older school animated shows back to sort of the younger generation now. And seeing that trailer for Scoob just really makes me feel great and really makes me feel like almost like a kid again. So I am interested in this one in a big bad way. It looks fun, it looks sweet, it looks endearing. It looks like it's going to be a great fun time in the theater, and hopefully kids will definitely embrace it. I mean, definitely let me know what you think of that Scoob trailer. I think it looks really cool, guys. In the meantime, let's head in the beast and see what Best Buy has in store for us this week. All right, everybody, we are in at Best Buy here, and the first thing I'm seeing is they have the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital of Dora and the Lost City of Gold for $19.99. And I was kind of looking into all of the movies that Nickelodeon has come out with over the years, because I was kind of curious which ones they've done, because it's been so long, and there's some that I completely forgot about, like Harriet the Spy that came out in '96. That was actually Nickelodeon's first movie that they ever came out with, starring Michelle Trachtenberg and Rosie O'Donnell. Talk about blast from the past, guys. That one, Good Burger as well. I used to watch all that back in the day, and when the Good Burger movie came out, I'm not gonna lie, I saw it in the theater. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Like, I ate that shit up, guys. I mean, they've done some really great stuff. They've done a lot of animated movies. They did Rugrats the movie. They've done even a Hey Arnold movie, which was animated. They've had a lot of misfires, though. I mean, Spiderwick Chronicles, not great. They produced The Last Airbender, which we all know how that movie is. Even a couple of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, they're okay. I mean, it's kind of interesting because I think Dora is their biggest property, at least for right now, so I can see why they did it. And I think the actress that played Dora, I think she did a good job. I think everybody does a great job here. The CGI is a little weak, and some of the adventure elements, didn't always tickle my fancy. But, I hope it made a decent amount of money, because I definitely could see them doing another one. I honestly really could, guys. It's fun enough, and there's a lot of storylines that they could do that I could see them definitely doing it again. I could see them doing another one. I mean, there's a lot of stories in the Dora properties. They could probably easily make another one. I would definitely, well, I don't know if I would see it, but if you have kids, I think that they would definitely be interested in it for sure, guys. I mean, like I said, I think once you get to a certain age, you sort of lose, I think, stuff like Dora, and you start to get into Indiana Jones. I mean, I never had anything like Dora when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I went straight to Indiana Jones. So I saw some dude taking somebody's heart and ripping them, ripping out of their chest, and I'm like, oh, this is adventure. Okay, that's my experience. Kids don't have that experience anymore. Parents won't let them. So, Dora is sort of their entrance into adventure films. So when it comes to that, it's not a bad way to give kids an entryway into cool adventure stuff, and then maybe later on show them the whole, ripping the heart out of somebody's chest bit. But in the meantime, cute monkeys and, cute adventures with Dora will have to suffice. You have here deleted and extended scenes, bloopers, all about Dora. Can you say pedicula? Okay. Dora and Flower Vision and Bora's Jungle House. Interesting special features, not bad. Like I said, it's a good movie. It has its fun moments. It's just not made for me. It's made for kids, and I can easily accept that. But regardless, I did have a fun time with it, though. Then over here, I'm seeing they have the Blu-ray digital of Blinded by the Light for $19.99. And I am actually curious about what your guys' thoughts are on Bruce Springsteen and what your guys' thoughts are on some of these artists that really speak to you. Because, there's a lot of really great songs that I love that I honestly never really paid attention to the lyrics before. I really haven't. There's only been actually a few times where I've ever actually paid attention to the lyrics of a song. But, movies like Yesterday and ones like Blinded by the Light really sort of make me pay attention to the lyrics more. I go back and I look at things like Elton John songs, or I look at one of my favorite bands of all time is Stone Temple Pilots, and just seeing some of their really emotional and raw lyrics and just realizing that it must have touched me subconsciously somewhere, that I really felt like it spoke to me. And there's certain artists out there that really speak to people. Like my friend Nick talks about Lady Gaga, how she really speaks to him. And how there's certain people like Bruce Springsteen that really speaks to people out there, and Queen speaks to people, and the old school artists. I find I'm more attracted to music from back in the day than I am the newer school music for some reason. I don't know whether it's more genuine or whether, the lyrics spoke to me more, something like that. But Bruce Springsteen is such an awesome artist. He really honestly is. And hearing some of the lyrics that he had is absolutely amazing, man. He had some really amazing stuff. So I could see how somebody like this kid Javid would easily be inspired by that stuff, really. Definitely let me know what are some artists that really inspire you. And it's really crazy to think that this took place in the later 80s, and at that time, Bruce Springsteen wasn't even really relevant at that point. Like, he kind of was, but he was kind of losing his sort of popularity. And it's interesting how, in the movie, they kind of do this whole thing of, pop stars, and how sort of the more hollow pop stars are more entertaining, but it's people like Bruce Springsteen that sort of are everlasting, and that's what I like about it. The pop stuff comes and goes, but people like Bruce Springsteen and their sort of great lyrics, those are the ones that stay with us forever, guys, really. But this is a really great movie, guys, honestly, and you get behind the scenes, deleted scenes, not a lot of special features, but it's a movie well worth checking out. If you like a lot of the stuff that's come out recently, Yesterday and a few of those other musically inspired movies, this one is definitely worth it. Great stories, great story, great characters, and just, again, a feel-good movie that leaves you, I think, definitely wanting to see the movie again and just having that really good, warm feeling in your heart. Honestly, I really enjoyed it, guys. Not bad stuff here. It's 2 here. Let's see what else Best Buy's got. And now we're over on this side of the new releases, guys, and I am seeing they have The Handmaid's Tale Season 3 for $14.99, the Blu-ray for $19.99, and honestly, I am very curious to check this show out because it's a very interesting story, just this dystopian future and a totalitarian state of these women and children being taken away from them, and how they're having to sort of fight for their lives sort of behind the scenes. And it's a really riveting sort of story, and I'm very interested to sort of check this show out. I heard the acting here is amazing. Elizabeth Moss is a great actress. I heard she's awesome here. And, I know that they did get renewed for a Season 4 from what I hear, so Season 4 is definitely already in the bag. I am kind of curious, though, from what you guys think, how many seasons do you think a show like The Handmaid's Tale can really go? Because, TV shows and stuff that are based on books or even movies, sometimes they feel, I don't want to say they feel stretched out, because that's not always the proper word, but they kind of feel like there was a certain endpoint where you felt like they had a lot of great stories to tell, and then at a certain point it felt like they were kind of spinning their wheels, or they maybe are kind of done with the story, or they were done with the story a season ago and they're just keeping it on because for some reason it's still popular, so why not keep it going? There's a lot of shows that have been like that over the years, and I kind of don't want Handmaid's Tale to be like that. So when I heard that people were a little bit not sure about season 3 and it wasn't so great, I know people are interested in season 4, but I think a lot of people are more like, there better be something interesting and unique for season 4 to keep them going. So I'm very interested to see what your guys' opinions are of that, where you kind of think Handmaid's Tale sort of comes in here. Is it worth sort of keeping it going, or should it kind of end at season 4 and sort of be it? I'm curious to where you guys lean on that, and lean on sort of TV shows in general. Is there a finite point for a TV show? Should a TV show only have 3 seasons, or should only have 5 seasons? You know, do you think that there should be a finite time for TV shows? Because I'm not gonna lie, like, there's TV shows that go like 13, 14, 15 seasons or even beyond, and I sit there, I'm like, man, that's just too much to me, dude. I don't think Handmaid's Tale is like that, but there's shows that feel like way past their prime, and you know, sometimes you feel like they should have stopped many seasons ago. Hopefully Handmaid's Tale will not be that, but definitely let me know, guys. You get here Power Play and Gilead's Women Fight Back. Not too much, but for a $19.99 price, I guess not too bad, guys. If you really love the show, definitely get up on it, and I definitely have to check it out. I know a lot of people have told me to check it out, and I just haven't found the time, but trust me, guys, I will find the time eventually for Handmaid's Tale. Trust me, I will. Alright, that does it for this new release section, guys. Just a few releases, but we'll see if they got anything else. Alright, everybody, we are in over at this area of Best Buy, and the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have the Blu-ray digital of American Dreamer for $14.99. Huh. With Jim Gaffigan. Look at that. Huh. There are no free rides. Okay. What is this about? A down on his luck rideshare driver who makes extra cash chauffeuring a low-level drug dealer around town finds himself in a serious bind and decides to kidnap the dealer's child. Good luck. Hope that turns out well for you. Jeez. Isn't Jim Gaffigan like a comedian though? Like, I'm not saying people can't do serious work. I mean, we've seen a lot of like comedic actors do serious work. Melissa McCarthy, Jim Carrey, just to name a couple. But, interesting. A movie I've really never heard of before. He looks really intense. That's very interesting. I've never seen Jim Gaffigan do a really serious role, or at least none that I can really think of. Interesting plot. It could be cool, actually. I just kind of curious why Jim Gaffigan would do this. Like I said, he's more of a comedian. He's never really done anything that would skew like dark type of thriller, but maybe this is good. I don't know. Making American Dreamer. Interesting. Well, if you guys are into Jim Gaffigan and want to see his more serious side, I guess go with American Dreamer. Then the next thing over here is, oh baby, the Blu-ray, the 20th anniversary Blu-ray of Farscape, the complete series for $59.99. Oh my god, guys. I don't think I've ever actually talked about Farscape on the channel before, guys. I love Farscape. This show is absolutely phenomenal. I love it with all my heart. I never watched the show when it was actually on the air. I found it after it was done. But the reason why I found it, I think Bob ended up, somehow, like, letting me know about it, or he let me borrow something, and I watched it, and I fell in love with it immediately, man. The story of John Crichton and just him going into space through a wormhole and finding all these weird creatures and this sort of interplanetary war, and getting mixed up in it, and oh my god, man, it's so awesome here. Ben Browder does a great job, Claudia Black, everybody does a great job. The Henson crew who did all of the puppetry, the puppetry is phenomenal here. The makeup effects are really fantastic. And I gotta say that one of my favorite villains of all time is Scorpius. Oh my god, Scorpius is fantastic. To me, he's in my top 10 favorite villains of all time. I love it so much. He is absolutely phenomenal. He's fantastic, dude. I love sort of the outer space stuff. I just love all of the characters and the special effects, and oh dude, this is great. And the interesting thing is it ended after 4 seasons. Or actually, I'm sorry, yeah. And they were supposed to do one more, if I'm not mistaken. And then what happened is that they ended up getting canceled before they could actually do the last and final season. And then they thankfully got this sort of TV movie, which was really cool, the Peacekeeper Wars, and it really wrapped everything up in a really satisfying way, and that was really awesome here. This is a really fantastic show, guys. If you ever have not checked this out, definitely do it, guys. I think you would not be disappointed. And I wonder what this actually comes with. Oh, it comes with all of the episodes, plus, oh, actually, it comes with the Peacekeeper Wars as well. So it comes with the TV movie, plus all the special features, documentaries, commentaries, featurettes, TV promos, and everything else. Wow. Yeah, that's really great. And actually, for $59.99, that's not a bad price, guys. That's really not at all. Huh. This is definitely the complete series, guys. Honestly, definitely get up on this. I think you guys would definitely enjoy it, man. Oh, this is one of the best sci-fi shows I've ever seen. I really love it so much, guys. I think you would really, really honestly enjoy it. And then over here, guys, I'm seeing they have some more sort of movies here, some holiday stuff. They have Die Hard here. Ho, ho, ho. The 30th anniversary there with this interesting slip that almost looked like a Christmas sweater. I really love this movie. I think Die Hard's a great action movie, but is it a Christmas movie? I know a lot of you guys are going to sit there and say, hands down, it's a Christmas movie, but I don't know if I agree, man. I mean, it takes place during Christmas, but outside of that coincidence, I can't really say that there's much that really makes it a Christmas movie outside of that. I mean, again, it's a great movie, so I'm not arguing with you on that. I've never thought of it as a Christmas movie. I really haven't, but the debate rages on. It's a debate people have every single year, so it's not like this is going away anytime soon, but okay with that. Edward Scissorhands, which I really love this movie a lot. I could say this is a Christmas movie. It's not bad. It's a great Tim Burton movie. I could definitely say it's a Christmas movie, though. Miracle on 34th Street, which I've watched a few times. I like it. I'm not in love with this movie, though. It's definitely for a lot of old school fans. I'm not one that really loves it too much, but I really do appreciate the whole, like, sort of the miracle of it and Santa Claus and everything like that. It's feel good. I really like that one a lot. Then, Jingle All the Way, which, by the way, I consider Jingle All the Way a Christmas classic. I love this movie. I remember when this came out, and I watched it in the theater, and I had a ball with this movie. I really did, man. Schwarzenegger's great in here. Sinbad is really great in here as well. I love the rivalry between them. I need to get the Turbo Man. The Turbo Man's great, dude. Jake Lloyd, a young Jake Lloyd in this motherfucker. Before the whole controversy with Phantom Menace and him sort of turning against sort of the fan base and, you know, being more of a recluse. This was him sort of having a good time as a kid. It's a good holiday classic. I really like this one a lot, man. Interesting stuff here. And you also have a bunch of stuff over here that they haven't even put out yet. It's a bunch of, like, film collections and everything like that, like a bunch of like film collections that maybe they're waiting to put out next week for like Black Friday and everything, but all of this stuff too, really interesting sort of film collection stuff. Not bad. Some stuff that we're waiting to check out, hopefully maybe Black Friday stuff. Not bad. Let's see if they have any more holiday classics to check out. Alright guys, we're over here with some more holiday favorites and classics there. And the first thing I'm seeing over here is they have Arthur Christmas, the DVD, and I don't think I've ever actually seen Arthur Christmas. I don't think I honestly have, guys. I mean, I've heard of the movie, but I don't think I've ever actually seen it. If you guys know anything about Arthur Christmas, definitely let me know. Then they have a Bad Moms Christmas, which I've actually... See, I haven't heard a lot of great things about A Bad Moms Christmas. Like, the original, I heard quite a lot of good things about, but the sequel, not so much. A lot of people were not very big on the sequel. I've actually never seen either of the Bad Mom movies, but people tell me to check out the first one over the second one. It kind of looks like a very, like, R-rated sort of, you know, naughty type of Christmas movie. Interesting. Then, talk about R-rated, raunchy Christmas movies. Bad Santa. Very nice. Now, I love Bad Santa. Not really Bad Santa 2. I'm not really a fan of Bad Santa 2. I just thought it was sort of a lame sequel, but the first one is so great, man. It is really sort of inappropriate in all the right ways. It is really incredibly funny. It is definitely nasty, but I gotta tell you, man, Billy Bob Thornton does an awesome job here. It is so fun, man. This movie's great. This is probably one of the best R-rated Christmas movies you will ever find. It is a gem, dude, and I definitely consider this a holiday classic for sure. You also have the Barbie 3-movie holiday collection. Okay. You have the Best Man Holiday, which, by the way, I was never really interested in the Best Man Holiday. I never really was. I've heard of the movie, it never really interested me, guys. It never really did. Christmas at Graceland, Faith and Family Holiday Collection 4-movie pack. The Christmas Shoes, the Christmas Blessing, Christmas Hope, and the Christmas Choir. What is up with some of these actors really doing these sort of bargain bin Christmas movies? Like, you know, Rob Lowe, Neil Patrick Harris is in this, Madeline Stowe, James Remar, Rhea Perlman. Really? Jeez, man. Like, these bargain basement Christmas movies. And I'm not saying they're all terrible, but I just... You know, they don't have the same sort of cachet as a Bad Santa or even Christmas with the Cranks or something. It really doesn't. They're sort of bargain basement, but I guess work is work. But then you have another sort of 4-movie pack of holiday romance collection, which the most wonderful time of the year, Annie Claus is coming to town, holiday engagement, and Christmas kiss. Really, Henry Winkler, Vivica A. Fox. Really? I'm always shocked by this, man. I mean, some really great actors doing these sort of holiday movies that are just really like throwaways. Not that I'll watch any of them, but if you're interested. They also have Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the Jim Carrey version, which, by the way, is a great Grinch movie. I saw this originally in the theaters, and this is great. I really love this movie quite a bit. It's a really great film. I definitely consider it a classic. I thought Jim Carrey did an awesome job here. It's probably one of the only times that you could probably pull off a live-action Grinch movie. I just thought they did it the right way, man. I really, really did. I really like that one quite a bit. The Curious George Holiday 2-pack, Christmas with the Cranks, which is a fun movie. Tim Allen and Jamie Lee do a great job. Of course, you got my man Dan Aykroyd in there. It's a good movie. It's I think if you have sort of the top tier sort of Christmas movies, and then you have Christmas with the Cranks, which is sort of the second tier, I would say. It's still fun though. The original Christmas specials collection. Oh man, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman. I remember watching these sort of short holiday specials when I was a kid. Like, I remember really watching them and really loving getting into that stuff. It was really fun, actually. It really was, man. These old school Christmas specials. Even though I'm Jewish, I definitely watch the old school Christmas specials because, you know, being a kid, when you're in front of the TV, you watch the stuff. But those were fun, though. Those were fun back in the day. Speaking of old school classics, they do have a single deluxe edition of Frosty the Snowman as well. Really great one. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever. A Grumpy's first original movie. Huh. Rest in peace, Grumpy Cat. I never really got into the whole Grumpy Cat craze. I never really did, guys. I mean, I hate to say it, but it just never really tickled my fancy to get into it. But I know there's like calendars and there's now movies and books, and it's a whole goddamn franchise. Grumpy Cat's Worst Christmas Ever, really? Okay. The Holiday. I did watch this once. It's actually not bad. I really do like this movie. It's not terrible. It's pretty decent. Good cast, actually. And actually, did you guys hear that Cameron Diaz actually retired from acting? Crazy, right? She actually retired. I think she's just focusing on doing other things, but like, I never thought the day I'd see Cameron Diaz retire from acting, but there you go. Holiday Inn, the Blu-ray digital, includes the color version and an all-new Broadway musical, the 75th anniversary edition. I never actually got a chance to watch Holiday Inn. It's one that I've been meaning to watch for years, honestly, but I never got a chance to watch it. It's during the holidays, I watch sort of the classics, and that's what I watch, and then everything else kind of goes to the wayside, but see, I'm still on the fence about this whole, like, recoloring thing. See, because I'm when it comes to movies, I'm somewhat of a purist, so if it's in black and white, I'll take black and white. The color stuff is cool, but it's not the original version. If the original version is black and white, keep it that way, but that's just my thought on it. But I definitely do got to watch Holiday Inn at some point. I love the cast, though. The cast is great, so it's definitely something I got to give a chance to. That romance collection again. The classic deluxe edition of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Christmas collection there. Rise of the Guardians, which I don't think I've ever seen. Actually, no, that's not true. I have seen bits and pieces of this movie, but not a lot of them. Not a lot, not all of the movie, I should say. But it actually always looked cool. Like, these sort of ones like Santa Claus and Jack Frost, Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy and everything sort of, they sort of fight evil. Like, it's actually kind of cool, actually, the whole premise. I gotta definitely watch all of it, though. The Night Before, which, by the way, honestly, I'm not a big fan of this movie. I like Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt and those guys, but I never thought this was a really good holiday Christmas movie. I thought it kind of was a little lackluster to me. Honestly, it kind of was. Yeah, I saw it in the theaters, but it didn't do much for me. Love Actually, which is a really great romantic comedy and a really great Christmas romantic comedy movie, too. I really love this one quite a bit, guys. This is great. This has become a holiday classic for sure. I love all of the romance stories, and I thought it fit perfectly into Christmas, man. I love that one. Krampus is great. Krampus is an awesome movie. You guys kind of know my thoughts on Krampus if you watched our Halloween horror movie playlist. But I love this movie. It's a great horror Christmas movie, and I'm kind of glad it's part of the holiday favorites because it really definitely is. Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Star, they've got Thomas Holiday Collection, Thomas the Train, boy, that takes me back, Jesus. Medea's Christmas, never seen a Madea Christmas, and I'm kind of glad. I'm just not really much of a Madea fan, and I never really got into Madea. But I'm sure everybody who did probably has watched Madea Christmas like crazy, probably has. Holiday favorites, interesting. Yeah, there's some really good stuff here, man. Let's check out the other side. And onto the other side over here, guys. And I'm seeing they have, a Charlie Brown Christmas right here. And really, it's on 4K? Okay. I have to admit, man, that, the Charlie Brown specials, like the Thanksgiving stuff and the Halloween and the Christmas stuff, those were some of my favorite back in the day when I was a kid, dude. I really love these so much, man. It's kind of like those, on the other side, those holiday classic animated ones. These are like right there with me, dude. I love these ones. I don't know how it would look in 4K, though. Kind of weird that they would have this on 4K. I'd just be fine with the DVD or Blu-ray, but, that's interesting. They also have National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, another holiday classic. Do you know how many times this is actually like literally like played during the Christmas holiday time? I mean, it's literally like, I think it's played on like a ton of stations. People own the Blu-ray. People are watching it constantly. It has become one of these sort of staple holiday classics, and rightfully so. It is a really great, funny movie. Chevy Chase is fantastic in here. Man, it really is funny. Randy Quaid is really great here, man. Hey, the shitter's full. It's great. I love this movie. I really do, man. This is definitely a holiday classic for sure. Cinderella Story, Christmas Wish, classic Christmas favorites. Some of the stuff we saw on the other side as well. There. Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon. I wasn't a fan of this one. I know Vince Vaughn has done some of these sort of holiday Christmas comedy movies, and truth be told, I haven't really been much of a fan of any of them. I really haven't. I just think they're kind of a lame attempt to try to, be as good as something like Christmas Vacation, but they really fail. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of this one. Scooby-Doo right there. Scooby-Doo and Tom and Jerry. Yogi Bear, wow. Blast from the past, dude. I remember watching these type of cartoons when I was a kid. Wow. That's interesting. The Essential Holiday Collection, which of course, Christmas Vacation, Christmas Story, Elf, and Polar Express. Okay, I would say those are essential holiday collections. Out of all of these, I think my least favorite of all of them would probably be Elf, but that's why I'm not really a huge Will Ferrell fan, but I do like the movie. But I think out of these, my favorite out of all of them has to be A Christmas Story. I'm a huge fan of the Christmas Story. Huge fan. I love that movie so goddamn much. And the Polar Express is really good actually. I really like that one a lot. I thought the animation and everything was really good. Yeah, I would say 4 really good essential holiday films. I'd say that. Speaking of which, they have Elf, the Blu-ray over here. They also have the Daddy's Home 2 movie collection. Oh, brother. I gotta tell you, man, I am not a fan of the Daddy's Home movies. I frankly think they are really groan-worthy and really terrible. I don't find them funny in the least bit, man. I really don't. I know people really like them, and I don't want to shit on them too much, but damn, dude, they are really rough to watch, man. Again, I'm just not a fan of Will Ferrell, and I don't find him funny, and Mark Wahlberg, I just don't find him really engaging in these movies either, and I've just never been a fan of them, dude. I really haven't been. And I'm actually surprised that they haven't announced a third Daddy's Home film, because I thought the first and second one made a decent amount of money, so we probably never got it, but I'm very thankful we haven't. I really don't want to endure myself. Ron and I did a movie review on Daddy's Home 2. The review is hilarious, but we had to suffer to get to that hilarious review. Don't want to do that again. I'm having flashbacks already, guys. Then I'm seeing over here they have Fred Claus, another Vince Vaughn movie, which... Does anybody really like Fred Claus? I'm honestly not. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of these holiday Vince Vaughn movies. I think people would probably watch this one over Four Christmases, I feel like. But, I think probably to watch it is Paul Giamatti. Because I think Paul Giamatti, yeah, he plays Santa and his sort of brother there, Vince Vaughn. sure to be a holiday classic. Yeah, it has good moments to it, but honestly, I just feel I just don't really like the comedy to it, man. It feels kind of forced to me. I know some people really like it though, but it's just not me, dude. Then they have the animated How the Grinch Stole Christmas as well. Very, very nice here with sort of sparkly green on the slip. Very cool. This is a really great animated movie, and was the first way I actually experienced the Grinch, and I love this movie. I mean, I love the live action, but I think this one is the one I would pick over the live action, just because I think there's a warm place in my heart for it. I really do enjoy this one quite a bit, man. A really great one for kids to watch, too. The Blu-ray digital of It's a Wonderful Life, which is another great sort of Christmas classic, which I enjoy the film, but I don't love it. I don't consider it a Christmas classic to me. But then again, it's tough for me to find Christmas movies that I really like, because I'm really critical on that kind of stuff, man. I really am. It's not that I hate the movie. It's nothing that I would go out of my way to watch year in and year out. I know some people really do, but yeah, not really me, man. Then they have the DVD of Jack Frost, which anytime I talk about the movie Jack Frost, I think everybody thinks I'm talking about this one. I'm actually talking about the horror movie Jack Frost. But I remember watching this film, and when it had Michael Keaton, and I'm like, oh, Michael Keaton's in this, and then he dies like really early on, and then he just turns into this weird looking puppet snowman, which looks really weird and bizarre, man. It really does. I kind of, the first time I watched it, I really felt the movie was kind of crap. But the more I've watched it over the years, I kind of like it a little bit, but it's really cheesy and ridiculous. And if you're expecting to see Michael Keaton in all this movie, you're going to be very, very disappointed for sure, guys. You really honestly are. I still think it's a good movie, but boy, is it weird, man. This is one of those weirder holiday movies where you're like, wow, this actually got made? Like the snowman effects looks really weird. He just it just looks like a really weird looking fucked up snowman, dude. Look at that like nub for a nose. Yeesh. God, yeah, it's okay. Then you have Joyful Noise, which is Joyful Noise actually a Christmas movie? I like Dolly Parton, I like Queen Latifah, but I never thought that this was a Christmas movie, but I guess it's... Joyful Noise is a reason, maybe. Got that. They got New Year's Eve, which... I was talking, earlier about Love Actually and how I really love that one. That's a great set of stories, romance set in the backdrop of Christmas, and this one sets in the backdrop of New Year's Eve and, romance and everything that happens, but I don't think this is nearly as good as Love Actually, dude. I think Love Actually surpasses this by a damn mile. New Year's Eve is not really all that good of a movie. I don't really care for it compared to Love Actually, man. They tried to capture Love Actually's charm, but I think they failed in a big bad way. I'm not a fan of this one. The Peanuts Holiday Collection, which is really cool. I was talking about some of that stuff earlier. They have that in 4K and in Blu-ray as well. They have the Peanuts movie and the Peanuts and the Charlie Brown Christmas. Paw Patrol. Enough said for all you Paw Patrol fans. More Paw Patrol. Office Christmas Party. Man, I do have to admit that I really do kind of like Office Christmas Party. I don't love it, but I think it's actually not bad of a movie. It's actually pretty funny. It's got some of those raunchy sort of out there moments, but it's pretty interesting though. I do enjoy it. The only reason I watched it was I'm actually more of a fan of Jason Bateman though, so that's why I watched it. But people like Olivia Munn and Jennifer Aniston, they're good, but the reason I watch it is Bateman, dude. I love Bateman. Santa's Magical Stories, Scooby-Doo, Holiday Chills and Thrills. Cool Scooby-Doo fans out there. A very Harold and Kumar Christmas. Oh, this is really cool to see this here, dude. I really love A Very Harold and Kumar Christmas, man. This is a really great movie. I love the Harold and Kumar movies in general. They're really great sort of new age versions of like Cheech and Chong, which I really love, dude. And this one was great. It was like 3D, but it was really sort of raunchy and R-rated, and I really love this one. I have a lot of fun with this film. I really do. I wish they did more Harold and Kumar movies, but they never did, man. That's a damn shame. I love all three of the movies, and the Harold and Kumar Christmas is a really great one. I think that one's a blast. I really enjoy that one quite a bit, guys. And then finally, White Christmas, which, by the way, White Christmas is actually my girlfriend's favorite Christmas movie of all time. She watches it every single Christmas Eve. She watches it. It is something that has become a tradition for her, and I can see why. It's a, I didn't watch it until after I started dating her, and I really loved the movie quite a bit. I thought it's great. The musical numbers are great. The chemistry between the actors. I just think it's a great sort of feel-good Christmas movie that really gives you the general sort of great feeling of, camaraderie on Christmas Eve, and sort of, the sort of the selfless act of doing good for others. And it's a really great movie, man. I thought it was a blast, dude. And I think, honestly, as far as sort of the holiday Christmas musicals are concerned, I think this is one of the best. I really do. I really love this, and Christmas Eve is coming up soon, so I'll be watching White Christmas yet again, guys. Very cool and interesting selection of Christmas movies, and some interesting stuff this time around at Best Buy. All right, let's head out. It may be a slow week, guys, but honestly, I thought there was a pretty decent variety this week. I mean, yes, we got the new releases, but we also got a little bit of surprises with that Farscape box set, which is really cool that they had it, because I didn't think anyone was going to actually have that. So the fact that they have it is really awesome. Also some Christmas movies as well, getting into the holiday spirit. And by the way, guys, there is a lot of like stuff that they're setting up for Black Friday right now, man. There's a lot of really stands and a lot of like stuff that they're building up. If you can see, they also have a bunch of TVs over here as well, some TVs up front also. There's a lot of stuff that they're actually like setting up here, as is every store. It kind of feels like they're sort of starting that Black Friday rush, and it's getting to be that time of year yet again. Man, time flies, guys. Whew, time flies like crazy. Like I said, crazy stands of TVs and movies are going to be on sale, and it's going to be nutty. We're not there yet, but it will be nutty for sure. All right, not bad here, guys. Again, slower week, not as much to show off, but not bad though. All right, let's head home and finish the video. And you guys thought that was the end of the video. And not at all, guys, because we're at one last location. There happens to be a Criterion sale going on, guys. So we are at none other than Barnes and Noble, baby. So let's see what kind of stock they have in for the Criterion sale. And I even hear that Barnes & Noble might have the Arrow video sale going on as well. So there's a lot to check out here. Hopefully they have some good stuff. Let's head in and check it out. Alright guys, we are in at the Criterion sale here at Barnes & Noble, and they don't have much selection right here, guys. There's not much to actually show off here at all, which I'm really shocked by. Like, the sale's still like in the middle of it, and they are like really like down to the bare bones, man. You've got Muhammad Ali, When We Were Kings. Is this like a documentary? I don't think I've ever heard of this. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I've heard of this, but I've never actually seen it. I'll leave there. Oh, they have Polyester. You want to know what, guys? I have actually never seen Polyester. I really don't know, honestly, much about it. I'm a big John Waters fan, but I've actually never seen Polyester before. Is it good? Because I know, like, he sort of his muse there, Divine, sort of did a lot of movies, and this was one of his more bigger budget movies that she was in. But I don't think I've never actually seen Polyester before. I love the cover art though. The cover art is really cool. Really cool, man. I might have to look into this one. The Lore, which is a really great movie, really great foreign language fantasy film, which I really love, dude. I own this one. Really great. The Cloud Cat Star, Charlie Chaplin. Let me tell you, Criterion loves their Charlie Chaplin, man. They really do. I haven't seen a lot of Charlie Chaplin. I've seen a few, but not a lot of his stuff. Oh, The Ice Storm. That's a really good one. A really great movie from Ang Lee, man, and the cast is great. Sigourney Weaver, Kevin Kline, Elijah Wood, Christina Ricci. Oh, man, so many actors, dude. It is a great film. It really is. Not many people really know about this one as much as they should, man. It's a really great one. Definitely check that one out. Maidwan, Mallory, Min, Brothers, Sweet, The Life Aquatic. Ooh, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I'm a big fan of this one. In fact, this is probably, dare I say, my favorite Wes Anderson film of all time. I love this film so much. Bill Murray is great in here. So is Willem Dafoe, Jeff Goldblum. Great cast, dude. I sort of like the dry sense of humor of this one. I'm more of a fan of dry sense of humor type of movies, and this one is really dry, but I just love it, dude. And I love sort of Bill Murray's sort of sarcastic, dry humor in it. I really love this one quite a bit, dude. This is really well. They have that one there, but they also have this one over here. So they have two different versions, actually. It's not bad. Ingrid Bergman. I knew her well. I am curious. I think I've heard of that one. That one. That more Charlie Chaplin. Not bad. Let's see what else they got here. Yeah, that. Night and Fog. Cassavetes. Like Someone in Love. More Charles Chaplin. And more Charles Chaplin. I tell you, Criterion love with Charlie Chaplin. Multiple Maniacs, a celluloid atrocity. I've actually never seen this one either. This one again, starring Divine. Interesting. Yeah, I never heard of this one. Again, I've seen a lot of John Waters movies, but I guess I haven't seen a few of them. Multiple Maniacs. This one seems more low budget. This one seems more of a bigger budget one. Very interesting stuff with Divine. I know I've never heard of Multiple Maniacs, but I definitely got to check it out. Let me know what you guys think of Multiple Maniacs and Polyester. Interesting. Let's see here. Magnificent Obsession. Got that. I got Hedwig. This is a really good one. I really like Hedwig and the Angry Inch quite a bit. This is a really good one too, guys. I love the cover art. I got to tell you, I think Criterion is one of the best people that does cover art. It's not always accurate a lot of times, but like for some reason I really like what they do. They sort of take the theme of the movie and they do a new spin on it, which I really like a lot of times. Sometimes I don't always love it, but most of the time I do. Oh, Punch Drunk Love. This is a really great Adam Sandler movie. Really great sort of dramatic Adam Sandler turn. I really like this one quite a bit. Adam Sandler's not always a dramatic actor, but when he does dramatic stuff, he's really good in it. Punch Drunk Love's really good. Then Light Day, Red River, Raisin in the Sun, Sidney Poitier. This cover art I love a lot, man. I've never seen the movie, but the cover art is really cool. Hopscotch, it's really cool. They got Hoop Dreams. The player. Oh, Sex Lies and Videotape. Really great one. I really love Steven Soderbergh. He's a great director, man, but I think I may have seen bits and pieces of this movie, but I definitely got to watch the whole thing. I love Steven Soderbergh so much. This is one I definitely got to pick up at some point. Pick up that one here. Oh, nice. It's a Mad Mad World. Very cool. I like that art. And then, of course, they got In the Heat of the Night. Great one. I like that one a lot, too. With that, they've got... Oh, Pan's Labyrinth. This is a really great one. They've come out with a lot of versions of Pan's Labyrinth. Like, they came out with the 4K a while back. But I have the Criterion Blu-ray, and the Criterion one is really great. Guillermo del Toro is awesome, and it does an awesome job, man. This is a really great sort of dramatic fantasy film. Really great one, man. Oh, what else they got? They got Repo Man, which my friend Ron owns. He really likes that movie. Rosemary's Baby. Really great, haunting, sort of old school horror film, man. Where the devil has sex with her. Really cool. That one. Seven Samurai. Shampoo, which is a really good one as well. Sid and Nancy. Sid and Nancy's a really good one also. Lawrence. Let's see what else they got here. They got... Oh, Time Bandits. This is a really interesting Terry Gilliam film. I like a lot of Terry Gilliam stuff. I haven't watched this one in a long time, but it's one I definitely got to watch at some point again. Interesting. Sort of, oh, that's nice. Interesting. I have... Oh, Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Dude, this is a fucked up movie, man. Really bizarre, weird, fucked up movie. Doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense either, but I really find it really fascinating. I find most of the Twin Peaks world very fascinating, but this movie, man, you definitely have to watch the series in order to get this movie, but if you don't, boy, you're going to be confused as shit, but really great movie. The Virgin Suicides. Virgin Suicides is actually not bad. I kind of like it, actually. Really depressing as shit, though, man. God, really depressing, but fascinating movie. They got that. They got Why to Mama Tambian. Very great movie. It's been a long time since I watched it, but a very riveting film, man. Very cool. I like the cover art for that. A lot of cool stuff here, guys, but I gotta tell you, man, it's just really just sort of not as packed as I thought it was going to be. I mean, we'll see what else we have on the other side. And now we're on the other side of the Criterion section, guys, and oh yeah, if you thought the other side was bare, this side is even more bare, guys. Wow. Man, goodness gracious, they have really been like either like really like just like taken out big time by like people just coming in and buying a lot, or they just didn't get a lot in stock. Either or, man. It's craziness. Wow, man. The Age of Innocence. God, it's been so long since I've seen The Age of Innocence. Man. I forgot Winona Ryder was even in this. Let's see. Clute. I don't think I ever saw Clute. Jane Fonda and Donald Sutherland. I don't think I ever saw this one. With her Oscar-winning turn include Jane Fonda reinvent herself. I don't think I ever saw Clute. I like the cover art though. Looks very like 70s. Oh, that's great cover art. That really grumpy looking people. Oh, great. Sinatra, David Lynch. Oh, The Breakfast Club. Dude, I own this Criterion release, and this Criterion release is awesome. If you ever get a chance to get this, definitely do it, guys. There's a lot of other editions of The Breakfast Club out there, but this is by far the one to own. And I hope they put out more sort of John Hughes stuff. I know there was like an Arrow video edition of of I think 16 Candles, if I'm not mistaken. And I'd love to see somebody like do a one for Weird Science. I'd love to see it. I don't know if they ever will, but that's one I would definitely love to see. Let's see. Trouble. The Fisher King. This is a really great Robin Williams dramatic movie, dude. It really is great. It doesn't get a lot of love. Like, a lot of people talk about a lot of really great Robin Williams movies, but they don't talk about The Fisher King, which they really should. It's really great. Definitely a great Terry Gilliam film as well. Oh, The Cat People. This is the old school one. This is a black and white film. I love that cover art. It's really cool. Bull Durham, classic baseball movie. The Brood. I love that cover art, man. And the scene where she's like licking the fetus, like, oh God. This is a great film, dude. Really weird horror film, but that's David Cronenberg for you. He does a lot of fucked up shit. Let's see. Oh, Brazil. Oh, I own this Criterion release of Brazil. This is another great Terry Gilliam film that gets overlooked quite a bit. It's a really great film about this sort of dystopian future, and I really love it, dude. It has a lot of stuff to say about society in it, and I always love Terry Gilliam's sort of weird quirks and everything. It's a great movie. Oh, Kronos. This is Guillermo del Toro's very first film that he ever directed, and I tell you guys, this is a great vampire movie. I love the vampire mythology in here, the old guy that becomes the vampire. I think this is a great old school vampire film, dude. And it's sort of, once you see this film, you just kind of see some of the stuff that, like, filmmaking wise, like Guillermo del Toro did over the years. Really fascinating stuff, man. Oh, Don't Look Now. This is a great one. I own this one on Criterion as well, man. This is a great sort of old school horror film of these people that their daughter dies, and he thinks he's seeing her all across like town, but he doesn't know whether it's his imagination or it's real, and the ending is fucked up, dude. But it's a great movie. Do the Right Thing. This is a great Spike Lee film, man. I love this film. It's a great one by Spike Lee. Oh, Easy Rider. Great one. I wish they had this on Blu-ray, but they only have it on DVD. God, it's a really great one. Alfred Hitchcock's Foreign. I think I ever saw this one. Don't think I ever did. I've seen a lot of Hitchcock, but haven't seen everything. Wrong Correspondent. I gotta look up that one. Fantastic Planet. I like the cover art. It's interesting. And Friends. The Executioner. That's a great cover, dude. I like that he's holding the ice cream. Oh, that's interesting. Executioner. Weird. Oh, Eraserhead. This is an interesting film. I've watched it, but it's been a long time since I watched it. And it's one of those films that I can't watch many times because it just, I don't know. It got to me, or just really just too weird for my taste. I like David Lynch, but some of his films are not easily accessible. Like, it's hard to get into some of them. This is one of them that's hard to get into. I mean, the movie's great, but it's hard for me to get into it. But well, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they have, but it's not a lot of like variety. There's a lot of DVDs, but not a lot of Blu-rays. I mean, some interesting stuff to check out, but man, they're missing quite a few things. We'll see if there's anything else that they got, guys. Alright guys, we're over in this area with more Criterions, and there's a little bit more selection, thank God. They have, they have that Godzilla one. This is the 1954 version, isn't it? Let's see. Yes, this is the 1954 version. I remember watching this a long time back. I actually really like this one. I watched the Japanese version, but they also have, I believe, an Americanized version from 1956. Yeah, they do. Interestingly enough, I I like I like a lot of Godzilla stuff, but I don't really like it enough to buy some of it. But I do like the very original Godzilla, also known as Gojira. Really good stuff actually. I know they put out a lot of Godzilla work. You got Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. Nice stuff. Local hero. Silence of the Lambs. This is a great edition of the Silence of the Lambs. Let me tell you something. This is the be-all, end-all edition of Silence of the Lambs. You will never need to buy another version, man. This is a great edition of Silence of the Lambs, dude. And I kind of hope they put out more stuff with Hannibal Lecter. I'm hoping in the future they do more stuff, but I kind of doubt it, though. But this is a really great edition, man. I own this edition. I love that one. They have, the Manchurian Candidate. This is a really good one. This is the old school one with Frank Sinatra, which is really great, man. This is a really old school one with Frank Sinatra. Really just great about politics and paranoia and communism. And man, this is a really great one, dude. I like that one. You got Eating Raoul. Really good movie as well. I like this one. I like that one quite a bit. Let's see here. Life is Sweet. In Cold Blood. Truman Capote's one there. Actually, really great one, man. This is a really good movie. Old school one. And they've done a lot of adaptations since, but this is the classic one. We've got 8 Hours Don't Make a Day. Never heard of that one. Got that. They've got, put that back. They've got David Lynch's Mulholland Drive. This is probably one of the ones I really like of David Lynch's, man. It's much like a lot of David Lynch stuff. It's very bizarre. It's out there. Some of it doesn't make a lick of sense, but it's actually really fascinating, dude. Naomi Watts is great in this. This is a really great one, dude. And then they have The Princess Bride. Now, this is a great edition of The Princess Bride, man. I love this edition. And the movie's like just a fantasy classic, but this is a great edition, dude. Again, I finding sometimes with Criterion is that when their editions come out, that's the be-all, end-all. It's like you don't need another edition. You just need the Criterion, man. This is a great one. Summer with Monica. On the end. Night. Rebecca. I've heard of Rebecca, but I don't think I've actually ever seen Rebecca or not. See, there's some of the early Alfred Hitchcock stuff that I've never actually seen, and this is one of them. I do like Alfred Hitchcock. I might have to actually check that out at some point. That, Harold and Maude. Really great movie. kind of a messed up movie about an older woman and a younger guy. But I like it though. And The Beatles, Hard's Day's Night. That's a great one, dude. That's a great one. Naked Prey. Pan's Labyrinth. Oh, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Very nice. Now, you know what? Honestly, guys, I actually am kind of hoping that Criterion down the line actually ends up releasing the one Isle of Dogs. I'm really hoping they do. They've been releasing a lot of his work, so I hope Isle of Dogs gets it at some point. I like Fantastic Mr. Fox, but I like Isle of Dogs better, so I would actually probably pick that one up instead. Hoping they do at some point. King of the Hill. And they got, what do they got on the side over here? They've got polyester. Oh, they've got The Game. This is a really great one. This is a really great film with Michael Douglas. David Fincher, man. This is a really good one. Not a lot of people talk about the game, but they really should. It's a really great sort of psychological, like, thriller about this guy who's a rich guy and he plays this game, but he doesn't know if it's real or fake. This is a really great one. Then, let's see. Oh, Blood Simple. Really great Coen Brothers movie. In fact, a lot of filmmakers have said how they were really inspired by Blood Simple. Really great one. I hope they release more Coen Brothers stuff. I would have always loved them to do a Big Lebowski one on Criterion, but they never did it. I don't know if they could get the rights or not, but I've always wanted them to do one. More Coen Brothers for sure. Then Polyester, Brown. Midnight Cowboy, which if you guys have been keeping up with the Blu-ray pickups, you know that I picked up Midnight Cowboy, and it's a great film. I had never seen it before, but man, Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight are great, and it's a really great statement of the times, too. Really, really great movie. I'm glad I picked that one up. That one... Davis. Oh, ooh. Election is a really great movie. I own this one already, but if you guys have not checked this out, definitely check it out, man. Matthew Broderick is great in this. Reese Witherspoon, a young Reese Witherspoon, is really good. Just a really interesting movie about sort of manipulation of sort of teacher-student relationships and politics, and it's just very darkly comedic. Really well done, dude. I love Election so much, dude. I'm glad it got a Criterion release. We have Being There, which I have seen this movie, but I saw it long ago, so it's been a long time since I've seen this one. But I remember this being the one where Peter Sellers was gonna win the Oscar, but he didn't exactly get it. It was like stiff competition that year. But I remember this being a great film though. Glad Criterion gave it a lot of love. And you know what I'm finding is that, you know, Criterion rescues a lot of like older forgotten movies, like films that a lot of people love but not everybody like remembers, and they sort of bring them back into the spotlight. Thin Blue Line, Philadelphia Story, Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet is really great, man. Cal MacLachlan is great in this. Laura Dern, everybody's great, man. What another really messed up David Lynch film. God, he makes some messed up movies. Really fascinating though. And Dennis Hopper in this movie is absolutely fucking terrifying, man. Terrifying as hell. The Great Dictator, another Charlie Chaplin flick. You know, The Great Beauty, The Killing, Graduation. I mean, there's some good selection here, but there's certain movies that I was interested in that they don't have, which is kind of crazy, actually. Still a lot of interesting stuff, but I thought we'd see a little bit more. The Criterion Sale is really popular, so by all means, people get up on it really fast. You know how that goes. 50% off, guys. Can't beat it. They are definitely wiped here at this Barnes & Noble, guys. I mean, I thought maybe we'd see a little bit more selection and variety than we actually did see. I was hoping for some titles I was really looking out for, like certain stuff on Blu-ray that I didn't find here. I'm probably going to try to order some stuff online if I can, but I was hoping they'd have it here. But boy, man, they did get wiped big time. And I even asked the lady who was sort of running this area, and she ended up telling me that, you know, they ended up like getting wiped. The sale's been going on for a while, and that they're not getting a lot of stock in right now, that basically they're trying to sell down with what they have, and well, they definitely sold down big time. And I asked her about the Arrow video sale, and they know absolutely nothing about it. So that's kind of weird. I know the Arrow video sale is going on, but is it in store or is it just online? because I thought it was in store, but apparently they're not doing it at this Barnes and Noble, which is a real shame. So again, I'll have to order stuff online as well. I'm okay with doing that. I just was maybe hoping to maybe find it in store, but it happens. Not half bad here, but I was hoping for a little bit better. But they are definitely wiped for sure, guys. Again, it's a great deal, 50% off. You really can't beat it, so I can't blame them for being out of a lot of the stock. But hopefully they'll put more stock up soon. They definitely need it. But this time we'll definitely head home and finish the video. Alright everybody, that'll do it for the Blu-ray and DVD out and about video this week. And, you know, it may have been a slow release week, but I gotta admit, man, that sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a relaxed full time, because you can, you know, check out other physical media, like, you know, me going over to Barnes & Noble to check out the Criterion Sale, and, you know, sometimes you can give other physical media a chance that maybe you haven't checked out yet or wanted to purchase. I mean, to be honest with you, it was just fun kind of going this time around and seeing the employees go absolutely bonkers and crazy, like putting up all kinds of like toys and electronics and building displays and just sort of getting ready for the crazy that is Black Friday, because it's just pure insanity, man. I mean, even the third-party vendor, and I kind of said it a little bit over at Target, but it really is true. The third-party vendor over at Walmart was talking to me, and he said to me, he was like, Seth, I'm in the back room. I can't even find anything. I mean, there's stuff that could have been put out this week. I don't even know where the hell it is. There's stuff that's coming out next week. I know it's back there. I just don't know where the hell it is. He's like, it's just a madhouse back there. Even the guy at Target that I talked to, he was like, hey, by the way, we've had people who have tried to steal like hundreds and hundreds of dollars of electronics and physical media and everything, and they're like shoving knives in people's faces and trying to run away with product. And you know what? The holidays bring out the crazy and the madness in everybody. This is just that time of year, guys. So you know, we're getting ready for the craziness that is Black Friday, and the madness of the holidays keep on rolling along. So I don't like to get into the craziness of it all, but it's very fascinating every year to see it happen all the time, man. It just never ends. Sort of the beauty of it, I guess. But even with a slow release week, you know, like I said, there's still a lot of catch up for you guys to do if you've missed out on other physical media that's come out previously, or to just save up your money, because there's a lot of really great sales that are going to be happening on Black Friday. You have Cyber Monday, so there's a lot of stuff that's really coming up. So saving your money ain't half bad, guys. But if you did pick up something good, definitely let me know. As far as I'm concerned, well, I have a few things that I picked up, actually. I got a package in the mail from Diabolic DVD, and this one, okay, it's actually the third time that I've actually picked up this title, okay? It's an Arrow Video title, but when they announced it, I kind of knew this is the last time that I'm going to pick this title up, man, because Arrow is so good at what they do that I just kind of feel like, you know, I won't need another edition after this. I really won't. And it's just a great slice of 80s, of action, of sci-fi, of sort of shoot 'em up, and very, very gritty and bloody. And I really love this title so much. It's definitely a classic for sure. And it's one that has gotten love on physical media quite a bit. But again, you know, when Arrow does it, it's pretty much the last time you're ever going to need to buy it. So I'm very happy to finally get this package in the mail for sure. Definitely going to love getting this and watching it for sure. Then I picked up a title over at Target. This is one of the new releases that came out. It's a movie that I really loved, man, and it's one that I want in the collection. It's just a really great feel-good movie, and it's something that, you know, it's one that you can watch and just feel good about yourself and feel good about life and just enjoy enjoy the beauty of it, man. I really enjoyed the movie quite a bit, and I definitely want it in the collection. And the other title that I picked up, actually, I did get something over at Barnes & Noble, guys. It's not an Arrow title, and it's not a Criterion title. It's actually a Scream Factory title. And I can't really even show it to you guys. I can't really show it. I can't. But what I will say is that this is a vampire movie, and it might be one that's actually going out of print fairly soon, if I'm not mistaken. I've kind of been interested in the title in the past, but it was for a really great price, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go for it. I couldn't believe I found it for this price, because it might be going for actually more on eBay and other places. So the fact that I got it for as low of a price as I did was really miraculous. So very happy to get this, and it's actually something I've never watched before, so it's actually a blind buy, but it looks cool, so I'm willing to give it a chance. So I got this title, put it back in the Target bag, and a release over at Target, and the Diabolic DVD package. So I got 3 things this week on top of everything else that I got, guys. But it's going to be a really great haul for November, man. I mean, limited editions, new releases, collector's editions, retro titles, a lot of really cool stuff, guys. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it, so definitely tune in to that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely give it a thumbs up. And, you know, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Check out the other Blu-ray and DVD Tuesday videos I do every single week. Check out the theatrical movie reviews I do with my friends. The Blu-ray pickup video that I do every single month. Plus, so much more content that's on the channel. If you love movies and physical media, hit subscribe and become a part of the Film Fan Nation. I want to thank my subscribers so much. You guys are awesome. Watching the videos, commenting, subscribing, it really does mean a lot to me, and it really means a lot that this channel is really growing, and there's a lot of love behind it, not only from myself, but the guys who participate, you as well. It's grown in ways that I could have never imagined, and it's all because of you guys, and I thank you every single time, and it really does mean a lot to me, so thank you. So if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, definitely do that. And just so you guys know, this upcoming weekend, there will be the Blu-ray pickup video for October that is coming out, on top of maybe another review or 2 if I can do some editing and get all that taken care of. So there is some cool stuff coming to the channel this weekend, so definitely keep a lookout for that as well, guys. And one more thing I wanted to talk about. One more topic. And I said I would talk about it, and I definitely am. And, you know, some of the comments under last week's Out and About had a lot of you really sort of worrying about physical media. And like, oh my god, it's physical media is going to end, and what am I going to do? And there was a lot of like stuff about how physical media is going to die in 2 years. Now, there's actually a video out there by John Campea. Now, John Campea is a very well-respected movie reviewer and a very heavy insider in what's going on in Hollywood. And he ended up doing a video about how Disney Plus is the end of physical media. That in 2 years' time, physical media will be obsolete, and that there will be no more Blu-rays or DVDs or 4K or anything like that. It's all going away. And as much as I respect John Campea, as much as I, you know, think he's really great at what he does, I think in this case he's full of shit. I do. I am going to say that. I think he's purely full of shit. And the reason why I say that, guys, is because physical media is not leaving in 2 years. It's not leaving in 3 years. It's not leaving in 4 years. You know, his argument is that it's dying. Now, look, is it becoming more niche? Yes, it's becoming more niche. I've said that constantly. I think physical media is becoming more niche. I think that, you know, we've seen, you know, lowering of a lot of stuff at store shelves. We've seen, you know, certain media sort of go the way of the dinosaur. But look at DVD. DVD has stuck around for a long, long time. I remember back when I was at Media Play, I think it was like 2000, 2001, I was seeing the first DVDs then. and it's almost 20 years later, and DVD is still hanging around, guys. I mean, that hasn't left yet. Blu-ray is still a very popular media that people get. The prices are really great. 4K. 4K, even though 4K has not been the same sort of mountaintop that we thought it was going to be, I'm starting to see the prices lower. There's a lot of stuff during Black Friday that's going to be low price for 4K. So that stuff is moving in a big bad way. On top of that, let's say Disney, for instance, doesn't put out any more physical media of Disney titles. They say, fuck it. We're just going to put it all on the Disney Plus streaming service, and that's it. Do you think that Disney is the only game in town that physical media relies only on Disney? Because it doesn't. There's a lot of really great, wonderful titles out there that are not owned by Disney that still need a lot of love on physical media. There's a lot of companies out there who are doing wonderful work. Criterion, Code Red, Scorpion, Vinegar Syndrome, Severance, Scream Factory, 88 Films. I mean, there's so many that are doing great work. Why is it just that Disney is the pinnacle and we have to prop Disney up all the time and that's it? I understand that streaming is becoming the more popular thing. I get it. But there's a lot of things on streaming that can't do what physical media does. I've heard from a lot of you guys who have told me that there are certain scenes that they cut out of certain movies on the Disney Plus service because maybe it's insensitive to certain people. Well, you don't get that on physical media. You get the original versions. There's certain movies that Disney did back in the day that they're not even putting on the service. As far as the MCU movies, you don't even get the Spider-Man films on there. And there's certain MCU films that aren't even on there right now because there's rights to other streaming services that have it that Disney Plus can't even get yet. So there's a lot of stuff that Disney Plus doesn't even have yet that is on physical media that you can have. It's in your home. It's right there. You can access it at any time. And with streaming services, the other thing with streaming services, guys, is that the problem is that they control what you watch. They can at any time say, we're going to edit this movie, or we are going to take it off of the streaming service because it may not be popular or may not be getting a lot of views, so we're just going to take it off. Sorry, you're out of luck. Well, guess what? You have it on physical media. Now, I know some of you are going to say, well, Seth, look, they also have the Fox titles. And those Fox titles, they're going to hold back stuff from physical media. It's all going to streaming. I feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff going on with those Fox titles in the next few years. There's going to be a lot of stuff happening. But do you seriously think a lot of those R-rated Fox titles are going to come to the Disney Plus service? They're not. They will have to create another streaming service because a lot of that stuff's not going to go to Hulu. And there's a lot of stuff that they're going to have to decide of what they're going to do with that service, guys. I'm telling you, there's a lot of things right now that are going on. There's a lot of unsure, like, what are we going to do? Or how is this going to happen? Or how is it all going to work? There's a lot of issues right now. Honestly, guys, I think physical media is going to be fine. And the reason why I say that is that there are certain things that are finally coming on physical media that I didn't think would ever come. I mean, Criterion just announced for February of 2020 that they're getting Roma. Roma's on Netflix. Roma, I thought, was only going to stay on Netflix. It was never going to actually come on physical media. Well, now I'm proven wrong. And that gives me hope that other titles from Netflix are going to come on physical media. On top of that, everybody knows, guys, everybody knows that the Star Wars movies are going to be coming on a box set 4K next year at some point. Everybody knows it. It's been rumored for a long time. It's coming. Why would Disney do that if they have them on Disney Plus? Why? Because they know that there's a value to physical media still. Seriously. There is still a value, guys. And I don't care what any of you say. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. So look, guys, those are just some reasons that I feel that we don't have to worry about physical media dying for sure. I mean, and John Campea brings up the idea of, well, Disney Plus has all those special features, especially for Endgame. And my argument to him is, okay, fine, they have it. You know, I've been watching the Disney Plus service. It's good. I'm not gonna lie, the Disney Plus service is fine. I'm enjoying it. But do I do I feel the need to get rid of all of my Disney stuff that I own because I have Disney Plus? No, I don't. Guys, I'm not going to get rid of my Blu-rays and 4Ks or of my Disney stuff because I have Disney Plus. There's a lot of stuff on the Disney streaming service that I don't have on Blu-ray and DVD. And I'll watch that stuff. I don't understand why we can't have streaming and the physical media, how we can't have it together in harmony. Why can't we? Why does it have to be one or the other? There's a lot of really great things on streaming that are awesome that I highly recommend to you guys, and there's a lot of things that are on physical media that will never come to streaming services. They never honestly will, guys. There's a lot of things that never will come to these streaming services. I mean, I just end up looking at some of the stuff that I have, guys, and I'll sort of give you a prime example of a movie that I don't think is going to come to streaming services. Maybe I'm wrong, but I highly doubt it. Let's look at... It's going to take a wild guess here right now. Just looking here. Okay, let's look at this. Let's look at Into the Night. Really good movie with Michelle Pfeiffer, Jeff Goldblum. Really good movie. Do you think that this is coming on streaming anytime soon? That any streaming service is going to have this? Do you think so? I don't. I could be wrong, but maybe. Let's just say possibly. Or what about, let's say, a great movie like Moving Violations? Think Moving Violations is going to be on Blu-ray? Well, it's on Blu-ray now, but do you think it's going to be on streaming services? No. I don't think it's going to be on streaming services. Not at all. Again, I could be wrong. Let's also take another one, shall we? How about a movie like Thank God It's Friday? Great movie. Do you think this is coming on streaming services? Because I don't think it is anytime soon. And there's many more in the collection that I just don't think are coming on streaming services. Not anytime soon, guys. Again, Disney does not own the market when it comes to physical media. They do not own the market. And as I said, the problem with Disney is that they're overpricing their stuff anyway, so a lot of people aren't buying it because it's overpriced. Of course they want people to sign up for Disney Plus because that's their goal. That's what they want. So they have over 10 million people already, probably in the first week, maybe even more, that signed up for it. Good. I'm glad. I'm one of them. But that does not mean I'm getting rid of physical media anytime soon. In fact, I'm going to promise you guys, I'm going to make a promise right here, right now, that in 2 years' time from this very date, if I'm still on YouTube, and if I'm still doing this, hopefully I am, that I will check back in with you guys in 2 years' time. And if physical media is completely dead, then I will come on this channel and I will personally say that physical media is dead, it's done, my channel is gone, I'm sorry guys, that's it. This is the end of Film Fan 108. It's been great, but I'm out. I will personally apologize to every single one of you and say I was wrong. But in 2 years' time, if physical media is still around, like I truly believe it's going to be, then I want some of you guys to say you're sorry to me. I want some of you guys to say I was wrong. And I didn't mean to overreact, and I didn't mean to say physical media is dead and dying. It is always going to be niche. Because unfortunately, the big boom of DVD is no longer viable. That's just how it is. But you guys know that already. We're just not getting these type of big booms in physical media. But I'm telling you, there are these companies that are putting out really major, fantastic releases, and they're still announcing stuff every single week. There's the great sales that are happening. There's the Black Friday stuff. There's really great 4Ks that are going on sale. Prices are going down. Things are getting better. I'm telling you guys, in 2019 here, I am surprised to have found as much great stuff in the stores as I really saw this year. I mean, I thought we weren't going to see a lot of great stuff this year in the stores, but if you go back to all the out and about so far in 2019, you guys will see that there has been some really fantastic exclusives, some great media that's been in the stores. I mean, if physical media is dying in just 2 years' time, I don't see the signs of it. I mean, I see that physical media is shrinking in stores' shelves, but we knew that was coming anyways. We knew that was happening. But there's still a lot of variety in these stores, man. I truly feel that Disney, even though Disney is a big part of the market, they are not the be-all, end-all. And you guys have to understand that. That you have to understand that there is so much more physical media to come out, movies that still need to get a lot of love. There's movies that still haven't been released on VHS, let alone DVD or Blu-ray or 4K. There's still so much movies to mine on physical media that this is not going away anytime soon. It's niche, but it's not going away. And people like John Campea, I truly believe, are wrong. They all want streaming to be the big powerhouse that it is, and it is. But it's not the be-all, end-all, and I will not let it be the be-all, end-all. I am a big supporter of physical media, and I will continue to be a big supporter of physical media. You guys know that. I will continue to be here ringing that bell and being the supporter that I have been for the time that I've been on YouTube so far. I will continue to be that, guys. I promise you that. But definitely let me know what you guys think about this, because I'm hearing a lot of arguments about it. I'm hearing people ringing the death knell of Blu-ray, and ringing the death knell of 4K, ringing the death knell of DVD. Physical media is gone. It's done. It's dying. Call it quits. Shoot it in the head. They're wrong. And I'm saying it right now. They are wrong. You know, look, guys. You know, at the end of the day, you know the limits of streaming services. You know that a lot of these digital codes and everything, which are really great, but you know that they expire, that these services have gone out of business, that streaming, even though it's huge, it may not be as reliable as we all think it is. Only time will tell on this stuff. Physical media has went through the trials and tribulations. It's been there. And it's still around. It's survived. You know, CDs have not gone the way of the dinosaur. Everybody thought they were going to. Vinyl is still around, even though, you know, the music industry said it was dead. It came back in a big bad way. Physical media is not dying, guys. It's not dying anytime soon. I'm telling you that right now. I promise you. It's going to stick around. But definitely let me know what you think, guys. This is a hot-bedded topic. And I got heated for a second. But I'm passionate about it, guys. You know I am. But definitely let me know your thoughts on that, guys. I really want to know, because I'm passionate. You know my thoughts. I want to know yours. So definitely let me know. Alright, guys. Well, again, a slow release week, but definitely some stuff to check out. And hopefully you guys are taking advantage of previous releases that you might want to get up on, and future sales that are definitely coming up in a big bad way. Alright, guys, well, that will do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely catch me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, FilmFan108. Catch me as I post some cool pictures and some videos from time to time as well on social media. Alright, guys, I will see you back next week for a brand new Blu-ray and DVD out and about video. And, hey, physical media reigns supreme, and happy hunting.